Yo, people, good evening. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. First things first, apologies for no video last night. I was underwhelmed, by Jacob. So I thought I'd let everyone else put in their little 2p, and it literally is their 2p. Oh, yes, there's a great potential, yes. Left-footed, cultured left foot. He's been capped this many times by Poland, who had a wonderful World Cup, by the way. But yeah, so I thought I'll just give it a miss and pray that Arsenal did something in the next 24 hours to convince me there was still one more signing coming in. I wake up this morning, all right, I'm lying, this afternoon, and the first thing I start looking at, and my first few text messages are, listen, in an ideal world, Arsenal wanted 2 players. Arteta wanted 2 players still remain in this window. It turns out, for whatever reasons, mainly financial, of course. Let me just fling this stream out here quickly, people. So, sorry, yeah.
It turns out,
whoa,
for whatever reasons, mainly financial, of course. Let me just fling this.
Of course, yeah, sorry, mainly financial, that we can only probably get one more signing in. A lot of people was expecting us to announce the signing of Ivan Freshenda from Real Valladolid today. I don't know if the boy is still thinking or whatever, but apparently he was meant to make up his mind today on a move either between us and Borussia Dortmund. As I'm going live now, well, he still hasn't made up his mind and blah, blah, blah. I'd expect that to be done in the next 24, 48 hours. I don't know if Arsenal are still leading this chase. I've been told Arsenal is possibly his preferred destination, London. Arteta being Spanish, whatever. Arteta saying he'll have a good chance of getting into the Spanish national team under him at Arsenal. And I think all of this will count. I wonder his role in the team. Now, I take it he would go straight back to Real Valladolid on loan for the rest of the season. Then I started hearing we might even shelve them plans due to financial reasons and go for a central midfielder because El Neni is out injured, and no one actually knows how long El Neni will actually stay out injured for. So then there was that panic. Then we were being linked with Weston McKennie, mainly yesterday. We were linked with Weston McKennie, the guy from Real Sociedad. I can't remember his name. I'll look at that in a minute. It's Martin something. Zimba. Now, there's 2 stories to believe on this. He wants to join us in the summer, and the other story is he turned us down flat. Like, fuck you, who are you? I want to stay in España. Barcelona, Real Madrid is in the clubs of my choice. And fuck you, Arsenal. But again, from what I hear, we're being a little bit persistent, and we're going to talk to this guy again. There is zero. Literally, I can tell you about this guy. I clearly don't watch Real Sociedad too much, and I'm not going to come on here and lie and say he's this wonderful talent from everything, from a few YouTube clips that I have seen that actually look half decent, I must say. But I doubt this. Let me get into today's... Then, hold on, sorry. So then part 3 to today's madness, I start hearing, hold on, Dan. So there's money in the budget for one more player. We want 2. It was a centre mid and a right back. Now, all of a sudden, and the guy is... Yui, how do I explain this before I read any of your answers? What's this? Hold on, what's this? It's got players enough to take us to the title. Sick title. Answer. No. Brilliant. So there is one more. Now I'm trying to see if this guy is winding me up, but he's an all-round good boy and a good professional, I'd say. Bro, I've been told we've been talking for literally the last 8 hours to Juventus Football Club. We all know that Juventus are in a bit of trouble financially because they've broken the rules for buying players and basically a load of shit that they lie about. They lie about add-ons, they lie about this, and it's kind of come back to slap them. They've been deducted 10 points. Nedved, all of the board are out. Again, I don't know how financially stricken they are. But there has been the Weston McKennie links to Arsenal. I have heard that isn't massively true, and that Leeds are pushing hard to get this over the line. Now, Jody Marsh, or whatever his name is it Jody Marsh? Jody Marsh at Leeds United, the head coach. He likes American players. He's already bought a few to Leeds. I reckon Weston McKennie is on his way to Leeds United. The player that Arsenal are allegedly talking to, UE, and Federico Chiesa. Now, we're nowhere near. We haven't got to nowhere near personal terms, but allegedly we're trying to harass Juventus into a what is your price for this guy? Now, we've signed Trossard, which I'd find confusing if this is true. But I have been told that this will start going around the media by tomorrow morning that Arsenal have put in some kind of inquiry, at least for Federico Chiesa of Arsenal. Now, I've been guaranteed this literally at 9:45 tonight. The guy has guaranteed me by tomorrow morning we're going to wake up hearing news that Arsenal could very well be linked and have already possibly made a bid for Federico Chiesa. Now, sorry, brother, I don't know how serious to take this. Like, the title of tonight's video is pretty sick, as UE just says. Is squad players enough to win the title? According to UE, no. Listen, we've added depth. We needed a left-footed centre-back, definitely. I don't know about Bolesh. Do you know what I mean? I know zero about him. Or Spenzia, to be honest with you. Yes, I know they're playing Italy straight. But underwhelming so far, the window. Squad players was needed. Trossard will tick a box, and I'm sure, like, if Gabriel gets injured in 3 weeks' time, yeah, and he's out for a month or so, I know there is Rob Holding there, and there still is Benny the Boy Blanco of White. But you could get a chance to see him, basically. I don't know if he's in contention for Thursday for the FA Cup to possibly make a debut. I couldn't really find out conclusively before I went live. He should be. I don't see what would stop him from making his debut for Arsenal in the FA Cup. But is he Premier League ready? But yeah, breaking news, sort of. Arsenal are talking to Juventus regarding Federico Chiesa. And there's a bunch of other stuff to get into. So shouts out to Alan, but I think you're gone again. You do weird things like that. You come in and say hello and then disappear. Sick title. Where is all the real ones this evening? Would be wicked. Perhaps he's a live wire. I know he had that bad injury where he was out for just over a year, but he does seem to be coming back and capturing that form again. I've always had my eye on him. I don't know. A couple of seasons ago, I was like, this guy's a bit hyped. Then he got his move to Juventus. And then Juventus kind of went, shit. I don't know. He's had I'm not going to say a difficult few years. I think he's honestly probably been the shining light at Juventus over the last possible 2 years. Without sounding like I'm a bit baffed or just ranting on or babbling on. Let me get this camera a bit lower. Let me see me. I'm beautiful. Without just going into it too much. He ticks that. Do you know what? I wouldn't put past Arsenal on this move. He plays sort of everywhere. You can play number 9, most definitely, Chiesa. You can fall back into a 10. And he could pop up on both wings. Do I honestly think we've got enough money to get this over the line? No. Could it be a summer move? Because we are going to eventually have to buy a striker at some time in our lives. We can't just have Eddie and Jesus the whole while. Rumours is 5 weeks' time. Gabriel Jesus is back also. What a player. Said it on the Real Ones group last week. Most definitely. And I know this as well. And it's funny now. Now, this could be a load of 1+1 agent merchant bullshit. But I've been told by a very, very reliable source. So this is why I don't want to dismiss the guy. And if he's ever watching me live now, he'll probably want to kick me in my nuts, even though I would have to kick him in a lot of different places. But he's good, isn't it? He's good. It just surprises me because, listen, again, so for Luca jumping in or anyone just jumping in, I woke up with the news of we preferably wanted 2 players in this window, but for financial reasons and blah, 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 we can definitely only do one of them. Now, apparently it was told it could be someone like a Tillemans, Weston McKennie for the central midfield role because Elneny's out injured, or a Van Freshender, the right back from Real Valladolid. Later on into the afternoon, I kind of get a couple of more texts and yes, in fact, definitely, You can only get one more player. Then it led into early evening news of the boy Ivan Frashenda is still deciding his future. It's between Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund. Newcastle kind of dipped out of this. Newcastle decided to go and try and bid for Malo Gusto of Lyon in France, who's a never very tidy right back. But the Gazump team of the year, yes, I gazumped you again, Chelsea, are about to lick Newcastle into shape, and they're going to take Malo Gusto as backup. Do you know what? Chelsea are taking the piss, because you see this Malo Gusto, he's a fucking brilliant right back. But Chelsea will take Malo Gusto to Stamford Bridge. Back to the Juventus news. So Juventus over the last few weeks, we know their dramas, 10 points deducted. Pavel Nedved's gone, the rest of the board are gone, and there's certainly some financial issues up in the air. There's no way I'm stupid enough to say this is going to be a fire sale. Juventus have already been done once for cheating, kind of got relegated, blah, 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 and they don't want the same sort of bullshit happening again. They probably will have to sell one or two players, though, and hope for the best, and hope for a couple of their younger guys to come through the system. So from what I am hearing, they have got a few midfielders, a winger, and a little decent striker that are all bubbling up in their development and in their youth department. So again, this is a story for me that does sound more 1+1. But stranger things have happened. So guys, breaking news for this moment. Arsenal could be about to send representatives over to Juventus, to Italy, to try and see if there's any possible deal that Federico Chiesa could come to Arsenal. Potentially on a full, obviously, transfer. Juventus would never have a loan for this guy. That was going to be Arsenal's first inquiry. Could we do a loan with an option that has been stomped well out the window? It would have to be cash. Again, guys, I don't know if this is something Arsenal could be sneakily lining up for this summer. I certainly don't believe we've got enough money in the bank to probably confirm Ivan Frashenda and Federico Chiesa. But Federico Chiesa, again, he can blatantly play the number 9 role. I'm surprised by this one, but this could make sense in a couple of areas, because he plays 9, he plays 10, he can play both wings. Federico Chiesa, guys, all I can do is I can promise you is I won't mislead you in anything, but I will chase this down as soon as I'm off this stream. From what I hear, we've made a loan offer with a option to buy. It's been closed down immediately. Now we're mulling over a straight offer or a loan with an obligation coming this summer. Now, shout out to all the real ones. Please be getting a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. There is loads of other information I'm just about to jump into, but the first 12 minutes had to be dedicated to Italy. Mi grande mi cazzo, porco Dio, I'm the greatest. My cazzo is like that. Shouts out to Lié, because my real one, my brother from another mother. I'm going to have a conclusion on a few things in a couple of days, Lee. There's been a few things up in the air. I will speak to you on a direct message phone. But guys, please, let's start whacking up the likes. I thought that Mudryk would have taken us to the title. I totally believe Mudryk would have taken us to the title. It would have sent out the aura of shit. Arsenal only topped by 5 points. They're actually now not different in the market either. If they want a superstar talent, someone like the Zegri, you can say, who the fuck is the Zegri? I like the guy personally. He reckons he could win a Ballon d'Or. But the breaking news for this moment, Arsenal have made an inquiry to the Turin, to the old lady of Juventus, regarding their striker, Federico Chiesa. I honestly don't believe there's enough money in the tank to get all deals over the line. By this time tomorrow night, we should know if Ivan Frashenda is an Arsenal player or a Borussia Dortmund player. Anything I can tell you on that, he prefers the move to London. He prefers and is happy going back to Spain for the rest of the season and linking up with us in the summer. Let's see if this one can get done, and we'll take everything as it is. Federico Chiesa, I'll be chasing this as soon as I'm off the stream and trying to see how serious this is and how much media attention it gets, because I've seen it nowhere. It's not on Sky. There's none of the little arsehole YouTubers, all these little fake paycheck boys, some even the big ones. You don't have to name them with their big arse self. No one has reported this one. They're talking Annan at Everton because Everton have fucking got no manager. Everything's just gone wrong at Everton. It's all doom and gloom. There's no manager. They're losing every game. Their potential young Merseyside king could be on his way to Newcastle. Shouts out to Newcastle, by the way. who have just dispatched of Southampton, man. Why, yeah, we're going Wembley, man. Certain man weren't even alive the last time Newcastle was at Wembley. Actually, we played them in a final. What are that geezer talking about on the TV? They ain't been to Wembley in about 1,000 years. Whoa. We done them 2-0 in an FA Cup final. Nicholas Anelka scored. What the fuck are they doing? Commentators are on crack certain times, innit? Seriously. Do you know what? If you listen carefully, you can spot so many mistakes. They do make mistakes, commentators, and they'll just judge. I mean, they just haven't got someone me in a comment box like, oi, dickhead. It's hard to comment to your TV. Oi, prick, you're wrong. But then you'll get someone like WB listening to it and then saying, "Oh, did you know Newcastle ain't been Wembley in 54 years?" I'll tell him, yes, they actually have, bros. Arsenal beat them 2-0 and won the FA Cup. No. I might have. No, but the TV told me this. You fucking idiot. Shouts out to UUE Luca. What's Luca saying? In the Euros, he smashed it. In England. Yeah, bros. He terrorized quite a lot of people's in the Euro, quite a lot of defenses in the Euros. And he's definitely an interesting talent. He's not over the hill. He's not overly young. He's that sort of in the middle age. He's 25 years old. And this guy could need something different. He's already bossed it in Italy. He's had a mad injury. He's recovered himself quite decently at Juventus. I've always had my eye on him for one reason or another. I've always had my eye on this guy. But who knows? I got told it so late, I couldn't really check it up that much. But as far as I know, because I gave it a quick 2-minute check before I come on, it's got no... no one else is kind of run with it. There's no internet stories. There's no AFTV, no prick like Liga trying to talk nonsense or wet. Well, then again, they wouldn't have anything before me, and that's actually been real. But I don't know. This guy promises me that it will be all over the internet. It will be on gossip columns. Not necessarily Sky, but it'll be on gossip columns all over the fucking world tomorrow, he reckons. But Federico Chiesa to Arsenal. Interesting. He certainly did, bros. What a striker. He certainly is. Again, bro, I don't know how true it is, but Juventus have got some financial problems. They've been deducted 10 points. They're obviously nowhere near going to win the league. They're now not going to make Champions League football. It's a lot of 1+1s, but people will leave that club in it. They're going to struggle for a couple of years now. At least haven't been relegated like last time to the 4th division. The last time they basically tried to just fucking cheat and win everything. I say well done to the Italian authorities to try and stamp this kind of shit out. Juventus are shit cunts. They always have been. Kind of like Barcelona or Spain. Shit cunts. Danny Suarez, what about him? Bring in Thuram. I'd much rather Chiesa, or I'd probably be tempted. Just Eddie has started scoring goals. I wouldn't go down the Lilian Thuram, the Marcus Thuram road. He's not a striker that I'd wrap up to a 5-year deal, bros. And being Arsenal, even if it was between £8 and £10 million, being Arsenal would probably still struggle to get back. And in 4 seasons would let him go on a free transfer. I honestly could only see that kind of future for him. Decent backup, probably. Do you know what? I'm surprised I'm saying this. Do you know what? He's blatantly probably better than Eddie Nketiah. Could he adjust to England enough? His goal record in Germany isn't that crazy where I'd be ripping up trees to get him. Put it like that. Dortmund must be appealing. Hold on. Might be appealing. Sancho and Bellingham and a few other young players have all done well. Reckon we could miss out on for a send-off. Most definitely. I thought this as well, but see, maybe he won't go Dortmund. See, there could be little things in it. Dortmund might want him right now, this instant. Where Real Valladolid are kind of saying, we want our guy back for the rest of the season. None of us are probably in the position, clearly, to start definitely saying what's going on out there in this transfer world. But allegedly, we are favourites at this moment. And the boys decided between us and Borussia. I hear Newcastle huffed and puffed, but after speaking to the players' representatives, they kind of got the gist that it was between Arsenal and Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund mainly because of the reasons, like you say, because of development and not an easy access because they know they'll slap a buyout clause on his head. But yeah, he would have the easy access in 3 seasons to fuck off. The Haaland, the Bellingham, the Sancho way, most definitely. The Acres, what are you saying? What do you make of the links with Federico Chiesa? Do you believe them, first of all? What are you saying? Chelsea are absolutely taking the piss, brothers. Like Marlo Gusto, just to sit on the bench. He's a fucking brilliant talent. In fact, I'll take Marlo Gusto to Arsenal in a heartbeat. But if we do end up with Fresenda, because I've been saying we need a right back for a long time, Marlo Gusto, Ivan Fresenda, both of them will work for me. To be honest with you, and I'm always dead honest, I've seen a lot more of Marlo Gusto, so I do like this kid. But everything I'm hearing out of Spain about Ivan Fresenda, who's a year younger at 18, is all good. So I wouldn't be crying if we signed Ivan Fresenda. But it's such a shame. I really wish this Marlo Gusto, because what I'm hearing is Newcastle bid 18 million yesterday. Chelsea bid a prompt 20 million. Both have been rejected. Chelsea are now mauling over going back with a 25 million offer to get the deal done. 80. This is what I mean. This is what I don't think. And I believe at this moment, I believe honestly, with Juventus's financial pitfalls and everything, I think 50 million gets him out of it. Italy right now. But again, Luca, so hard for me to prove, to come on YouTube and say, listen, I know for a fact this, that. I'm not going to give it any, I know for a fact. What I can tell you for a fact is they've been deducted 10 points. They're not going to win the league. They're not going to get top 4. They're pretty much up in the air. I don't think they're in a position where they can say, right, give me £80 million. Same as with Dusan Vlahovic, bros. Do you know what I mean? Here, I know you love a bit of Dusan. Who would you rather? Federico Chiesa or Dusan Vlahovic? Chiesa's class. Agent, how are you, brother? Were you saying Agent hadn't you me? Hold on. I think UV's trying to get my attention here. Hold on. No decision made by Ivan Fresenda yet. 15 million fee requested by Valladolid. Borussia Dortmund are pushing to get it done. Arsenal have to decide how to proceed in the next 24 to 48 hours. Valladolid and Fresenda to stay there on loan. And Borussia Dortmund are discussing about it. See what I mean? Kind of proved right while I was live. Didn't even know Fabrizio Romano. Shouts out to you, UE. Didn't even know Romano Fabrizio had put that out there. So I reckon I'm about right on that. So to clear up Ivan Fresenda, Arsenal are willing to kind of send him back on loan. But Arsenal don't know if they want to put the £15 million down on the table just as yet. We have been asked to be kept informed of everything. So at the very last moment, we could slap the deal and press the buttons. We have spoke to his agents regarding contracts, etc. Borussia Dortmund, how I've heard it, they want him. They want to pay £15 million upfront, cash money, same as Arsenal, but they want the player immediately. So Borussia Dortmund will carry on talking, I suppose, and see if they can get their way, which can bring back in Arsenal. But I'm pretty much right on that one. Shouts out to fucking me. No chance it will happen. Again, doubt it very much. Plays if he came, we'll win the league. Most definitely. This could be something though, bruv. As I'm saying, it come out so late before I went live. It was really hard to chase it. So I will chase it straight after the stream. As I said, I look on social medias, I look on gossip comments all day long to weigh up what I believe and what I don't. And I've not seen no motherfucker put it out there that Federico Chiesa has been linked to Arsenal, from none of the big organizations or outlets to the very fucking tiny small ones. I honestly reckon I'm probably the first person I could have started this. And it started with a text message at about 9:46 p.m. this evening. Fabrizio, what about him? Anana crap. I want to say though. Anana actually isn't crap, bruvs. He's actually a very good footballer. He's coming to an Everton team that are struggling. Frank Lampard's a shit coach, but he's a fucking diamond in that little Everton rough. He's not better than Salcedo. Of course, I'll take Salcedo. But if you're telling me it's 40 million Onana or 75 million Salcedo, and Chelsea are also bidding for Salcedo, how likely do you think, Mikhail Mudryk, that will happen? I reckon it won't. So I reckon, once again, that's Arsenal kind of lowering their standards, because we're interested in Declan Rice, we're interested in Moise Salcedo, but we'll take Onana because it's the easier deal to get over the line, especially financially. Linda, good evening. Chelsea's on a lot of players down. Ridiculous, isn't it? The one today that the breaking news that they're going to get today is really pissing me off. The 19-year-old kid, Marlo Gusto. How much of a future is he going to have there? Reece James is a brilliant right back. They've got that Alpa Caleta. I know he's about 106 years old, but he's still there at the moment. they're bastards. They're absolute bastards. Like, they've got over £100 million worth of left back. Chilwell, Cucurella. They probably like none of them. They buying centre halves. Apparently, they're looking at other centre halves as well. True Thiago Silva's 46. I fucking don't get how they just haven't. Do you know what? I'm surprised financial. Do you know what, guys? You're banned right now in the middle of this window. You're fucking banned from buying people. You're taking the piss. Malo Gusto is a really good talent, man. I just wish Newcastle would just balls up and just put the money on the table. It ain't like they ain't rich enough. They can. Newcastle financially can fuck with Chelsea. They're just going down this road of we're not going to be mugged off and we're not going to throw our money down the table and down the drain. And I get it. But Newcastle could fucking compete with Chelsea for fucking this guy. I scratched my head at it, honestly. I fucking scratched my head at it. Thank you so much. Let's see if it gathers some attention, though. I've been guaranteed that this will be going around by the morning. We shall see. I can't see the morning yet. I can't predict the future, but we shall see. But safe. Nice one for that, Luca, most definitely. Chiesa isn't a January. I wouldn't imagine he's a January target. No, I wouldn't imagine he is a January target. I'd imagine we're trying to pattern something for the summer. It's too fresh. It's too raw. It's too... I've been told we've already asked questions, though, so you couldn't rule out a January move just because why would Arsenal start talking to them? And I know we like to talk to people, Mykhailo Mudryk, for 3 months, but why would Arsenal be talking now? I know we like to talk, and we do talk a lot. So that side of it would make sense, actually. If we're looking for a player in the summer, we might just start talking to the motherfucker now. But interesting. As I said, I'm not going to go madly into it because I don't know. So hard to attract. 50 million laugh out loud. I wouldn't laugh out, brothers. They're in financial problems. They're getting deducted points. They've had they've already had a deduction of points, and that might not be the only penalties they're getting, bros. Imagine they whipped out next season's European competitions altogether. That hasn't been ruled out yet. So Juventus are in a bit of trouble, bros. If you can't do the maths on it, I don't know. Like Juventus are in a bit of trouble, bros, and some players will not be there in a short while. I'm not saying it's a fire sale. And they're going to start selling their whole squad like they had to. Buffon, everyone had to go the last time they got caught for being thieving little bastards. But if you don't think there's a couple of financial... Listen, I've been told even if fucking Napoli win the league, Osimhen is leaving in the summer. Even if his club is champions, yeah? Even if they're champions, he's still leaving. Italy wasn't what it once was, bros. Go watch BT Sports, bro. What do you think, or who you want to... Hold on. What do you think, or who I would want to sign? Brothers, if it was as easy as that, I'd have Rice or Saisadio in immediately. I would have actually not bollocks the whole Mykhailo Mudryk thing, and I wouldn't be signing squad players to try and win a league. We're probably not going to see Jacob play this season. We're probably not going to... If we sign a Van Fashenda, we're definitely not going to see him play this season because he'll be going fucking back on loan back into fucking Spain. Unless you're going to Spain to watch our fucking new signing. And our only actual then signing of the window for me would be Trossard. And if you think I'm rating him in the Mykhailo Mudryk fucking league, absolutely fuck that. So, one more would be nice, isn't it? Because we're buying squad players, bros. I still wanted something from the top shelf. Like where, you know what I mean? Where I get my aftershaves from, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Where I find some of my really good looking hats. Like, I don't know. I want to go to the top shelf, bros. I want, even if it was one player, bro, I would have took Mudryk and shut the fuck up this January and been delighted. I would have said, fuck Trossard, fuck the Polish kid, and fuck Fashenda. Even though I kind of like Fashenda. Even though I kind of like him. But I'm not going to, bros, do you think I'm going to fucking sacrifice the top shelf, the porn addiction, them big ass titties? Do you think bros, I don't know if you don't like titty, but I like titty. And I want to go straight to that top shelf to reach them titties, bros, and bring them titties back down for men like Luca to see. Because you can't see them titties over me. So, yeah, I don't know, bros. Trossard, all right. Polish kid, I don't know. Fashenda, good for the future. Anyway, let's see how ballsy Arteta is. Let's see if he reckons this Polish kid is so good. Let's see him make his debut. Let's give Gabriel... has played literally every game for us this season. Let's give the big Brazilian a rest. Let's play the Polish kid against Man City, innit? We'll soon see against Man City how good this fucking Polish kid is. Haaland. Who starts at right back for us now? Tommy or White? Ooh. I'm going to answer that with not a fuck you, but I'm going to answer that with, well, none of them are right back, so none of them should actually be starting at right back. That's the first way I could tackle this question, Yui. Not being a bastard to you. None of them are right backs. Hence why I think we're interested in a right back. Because none of them are actually right backs, bruv. Can both of them perform at right back? Most definitely. Are they right backs? No. They were both as shaky as fuck the other day. Like, we had 45 minutes of shit from Ben White against Man United. Let's have it right. Not Martial. Rashford absolutely fucking terrorised him. Benny didn't look so pretty by the time he had to come off the pitch at half time. He looked scared. He looked like a scared little kid that he didn't even know what happened. Right? This didn't happen at Brighton. Oh! Anyway, get off the pitch, enter Tomiyasu. He looked good for 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, Tomiyasu. That's fucking right, Arteta. Well, Arteta, today you're a big man. You took someone off. You identified a problem, which I'm surprised you wait to the 84th minute to bring Ben White off. Ben White, Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give you a fucking... That's the sound of your blue Peter Padge winging its way to you, rude boy. Bruv, 6 minutes into that second half, I was like, what the fuck's going on at right back? We've had to drag fucking Ben fuckhole crackhead off fucking the pitch, and now we've brought on Tommy to just around the fucking pitch. I didn't get it. We need to train a right back properly. We need to coach a right back properly, because for an organisation as big as Arsenal Football Club, it is surprising that at this moment we've only got one striker and 0 right backs. But but everything's good and everything's calm and jolly. But there is still a few positions to fill, and this could be something on. Throwing at Vance Frashendo or a Marlo Gusto at right back, someone for a season and a half perhaps. Yes, I get it. Throwing Essecedo, a Declan Rice. Possibly, and Onana. Fuck it. Do you know what we should be doing? We're meant to be a big club. I'd be bringing Rice and Onana in. Both of them. Let's have 4. Listen, let's have it right. We've got 2 very good central midfielders, and we've got 2 very shit central midfielders. The problem is we're going to have to sacrifice one of our very good midfielders. Reason B is they're both 30-31, and something will have to give soon. So I actually think the whole time we've actually needed 2 central midfielders. One eventual replacement for Xhaka or Partey, because one of them can carry on to 34s and 35s. I get it. Yes, easily. But would I want Xhaka and Partey playing together when they're 34s and 35s? No fucking way. So, I think a very smart move is to break one of their hearts pretty soon, either at the end of the season, or if you want to not be that harsh, the summer after. One of them has to go pretty much eventually, Xhaka or Partey. Guys, you fucking choose. But I believe Rice has to replace one of them, the younger, the fitter, the stronger model already, the better beast. You know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck which one of them it is, because Rice will make Arsenal a better team in the central midfield, taking one of their places. Preferably, people don't shoot me, I think I'd have to stick with Thomas Partey and probably let Granit my great go. And then I'd introduce another midfielder, an Onana. He then will have 6 months of shit, just watching from the sidelines, training hard, etc. But eventually, he'll be the guy that's the 3rd man in command to come in if there's an injury. We have to evolve at some point. We're going to have to let one of these midfielders go at some point. So I say, why fuck it around? Speed up the deal. Let's get it going. While they're both worth a few quid. Because at the end of the day, if you tried to sell Granit Xhaka to Roma a year ago, you weren't going to get offered more than £8 million. If we tried to sell Xhaka now, we're getting 25. Do you know what? We could get as close at this moment to our £34 million back. And we've never, ever, since Xhaka joined our football club, we've always known we're never getting that money back. Like, deep down, let's look at this guy. We ain't getting this money back, you know. We ain't getting the money back never. Never, ever, ever. And I never see us getting our money back for Granit Xhaka. But on the back of a really good season, especially if we won the title, someone will still give us a decent few quid for Granit Xhaka or Thomas Partey. I reckon that's the way forward. And you know what, again? If one of them had a harsh injury, would we still be top right now? Especially Thomas Partey, if Thomas Partey was the one to have a harsh injury. Chelsea, for me, is one Him or McKennie. McKennie's going to. I think McKennie is going to choose Leeds with their American manager. I think McKennie's going to go Leeds United, brother. I'll update you on that tomorrow. McKennie will go Leeds United, my friend. Or at least they're pushing very, very hard to get him. So is Jody Marsh. Clearly, American connection. There's something going on there. If we don't get Freshender, I like Carl Walker-Peters at Southampton. Spurs is decent. Do you know what, bruvs? We have slightly been linked with him in the past. And they have got Liveramento, who's meant to be very, very good. Obviously, the ex-Chelsea guy. So I do see at some point one of them would have to go, and it probably would be Walker-Peters. Southampton can't keep two brilliant right-backs. I kind of like him as well. I think Arsenal are going to do the young option, though, because we've still got Benny White, as you say, and Tomiyasu. And to answer your question, I'd say it's going to be Ben White, but it's with a warning sign now. I will drag you off at half-time, bros. Don't do that again. I will drag your ass off. Don't do this shit to me. Everton and Newcastle, I'm hearing close to home for him too. Interesting. Very. Does that mean, because I did have another question to ask you two guys, so I'm going to ask this one first. Guys, ask me what happens to these people from the summer onwards. Answer what happens to these people. Nuno Tavares, Thierry Henry, Kieran Tierney, Tomiyasu, Lokonga, Patino, Balogun, El Neni. That's 7 players. Does any of these 7 have an Arsenal future? Genuinely. If we sign the right back, I do think Tommy could be going. Tavares could be the next second left back. We could cash in on Tierney. Tavares, I've put down himself. El Neni, Lokonga, Patino, Balogun. Would we cash in on Florin Balogun? Will he be happy to be third striker at Arsenal next season? I certainly wouldn't have minded being a third striker fucking this season, because at the end of the day, we've only got 1 at this present time. But guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Arsenal are favourites to sign Ivan Freshender. It was a freeway between Arsenal, Newcastle and Borussia, but Newcastle dropped their interest and started working on a deal for Malo Gusto. But now they look like they've been gazumped on that deal because Chelsea are going to take him to Stamford Bridge. Also, Tilda, he allegedly has turned down Real Madrid. Again, I don't think so. As I reported about 3-4 weeks ago, I'm sure most of you'll remember. I said Tilda Rice will be leaving West Ham. Tilda Rice doesn't even want to move out of London, let alone the Premier League. I'm going to stick with the same information I gave you. Tilda Rice doesn't even want a move out of London, let alone to fucking Spain. So if you're getting Tilda out of West Ham, I pretty much say it's Arsenal or Chelsea. I'm still going to say Chelsea are favourites because they've got Janino leaving in the summer. They've got Nkante that's fucking old. And they're going to freshen that up. Talking of Chelsea and central midfielders, they have now put an improved offer in for Enzo Fernandez. So their first offer of about 70 million we know was rejected. They're not going to go still nowhere near 120. But I think they've tabled an offer, I've been told by a birdie in my ear, of about £87 million. They are waiting on a response from Benfica. On to other Premier League news. Onana has been linked with Arsenal. Again, I like him as a footballer. I'm not so sure how serious this is. Is this all because Everton is shit? Lampard has been sacked. Anthony Gordon could be going to Newcastle. It could be just let's piss all over Everton Football Club Day. But CFC, yes, Chelsea are back in for Enzo Fernandez. They feel they are going to find a deal somewhere with Benfica, hopefully around £87 million. That would not rule out a move. If they could get Enzo Fernandez over the line, sources close to me have said they would also bid without a shadow of hesitation for Moises Caicedo. 2 more world-class footballers possibly could hit the fucking red carpet at Chelsea. I find it incredible. If they make bids for 2 central midfielders now in January, both Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, and just taking right backs that are 18, 19 from France with probably no intention to play them, they're fucking scumbags. Anyway, Spurs are going to sign Dan Jumar. Blasphemous, don't believe it. I'd have been happy that he saved Everton, but now I'm going to be seeing the Dan of Jumar running up and down the wing for fucking Tottenham. No, Newcastle have made an official approach to Everton for Anthony Gordon. I'm sure most of you would have caught this. I knew this from so well in the day before. So I knew this from 3 p.m. You know, I've got to start going live earlier or just start dropping some downloads. Serious shit. Mintoma, another Brighton star. He's not going to be leaving now. But in the summer, they're going to get rushed. Marlo Gusto, Chelsea, 20 million bid rejected. They're now going to ready themselves and improve their offer to 25 million. Van and Dicker, the greedy little bastard, has priced himself so far out of a move to the Premier League. Hence why Arsenal went and bought the Polish kid. They'd rather spend 20 million pounds than someone holding their bollocks to a stupid deal, a 10 million pound signing on fee, £1 million to his agent, £200,000 a week in wages, basic. Van and Dicker, bruvs, you're not that good. Screw yourself. Keylor Navas to Nottingham Forest. He's the third choice at PSG. He's probably bored. Why not? Gordon to Newcastle. If they can get that over the line, they'll be switching their attention to a striker. I still wouldn't rule out Marcus Thuram to Newcastle. And Leeds United are pushing very, 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 very hard for Juventus central midfielder and American international Weston McKennie. Martin Zumamendi, he's a 23-year-old Spanish player. I don't even know if he's been capped by Spain, but apparently he wants to join Arsenal now, even though he rejected us yesterday, according to various sources. I say this is bullshit. It's a smokescreen. Oh my God, and talking of smoke screens, I was told Declan Rice to Man United is already done, but someone was obviously winding me up. But that was at 1:10. I think they just thought, you know what, it's 1:10, and we're going to get him thinking, and I'm going to make him say this first on his stream. So that ain't going to work, but I thought I would mention it. 41 minutes down, that someone told me Declan Rice to Man United is already done. I say that's the biggest load of bullshit I've heard in my life. Arsenal have been linked to Moise Caicedo, but they will shit themselves as soon as Chelsea put down a formal offer, Mikhailo Mudryk style. Who? What the fuck did I write there? Let's just go past it. Arsenal officially signed Jacob Kawawi or something. I didn't go live last night. I was feeling too very, very Polishly underwhelmed. I don't know what I wrote there either. Fuck me, I must have been high. Rice Caicedo, this is the class of midfielder we need. Could Onana do a job for Arsenal? Why is my computer asking me for my password and skitzing around in front of me? I don't want to give you my password. I think I better though, innit? I can't remember it. How's about that? It's so fucking bad and deep here, so I thought someone might try and hack my shit here. I'll put fucking like Bugs Bunny blew me in 1664, and then I blew myself 4 years later. Like, it's the most ridiculous password. Like, I now have no idea of it. I probably put an abbreviation there, a question mark, and then 1, 2, 3 at the end. Why do I do these things? But yeah, guys, Onana. This is another one I'll look into. I'm not massively convinced. Are Everton about to just have everyone took off them? That it's not going to really convince Bielsa and Arva manage to take over if they lose Onana. They need something to work with. Summer. They got other problems. That little the striker, he's never even signed a new deal. The one that looks like Lewis Hamilton, can't remember his name. It's bugging me. It looks like Lewis Hamilton. It's a 3-barrel name. He's got like 8 names. Oh, fuck. He's so shit, I can't remember his name. Oh, shit. What's his name? Everton striker. Looks like Lewis Hamilton. It will come back to me. I can't believe I can't remember his name. He's shit. Never mind. Guys, on these bombshells, yes, Friday is the next motive. Friday night. The Acres. You're not going out on a fucking piss on Friday. You got to watch Arsenal, boy. Friday games. Pascal Chimpondo. It felt like about a week too long we ain't done this. Totti, fullback. French, probably. With a name like that? Yeah, you come from France anyway. I love it. But guys, anyway, and then Chimpondo comes in. Yep. Every time I drop my lighter, bro, it's because of you. It's most definitely because of you. Shouts out to you. Guys, can we please start getting the likes on the video? Please be subscribing if you're new. The subscribe count, you're doing all right. We're going up very slowly again, but surely. It's took another couple of steps, not big steps, very small steps, but then a few more small steps over the last week or so. So thanks to all the new subscribers. I'd love to get you jumping into the comments and start making it bounce and pop off a little bit more. But slowly, innit, guys? I need to spark a fresh drink. That one tasted on fresh, hasn't it? Nope, I don't like that one. Yep, that one feels much better. Onana Everton, very good player. I don't know, but this Federico Chiesa one's bugging me. I don't massively believe it, but I do believe there's going to be certain players available. For example, they can't keep Dusan, Chiesa, and a lot of them really there. Financially, there is going to be a couple of problems there. Again, they're not going to win a title. Clearly, they were playing shit anyway. Now they've lost 10 points as well. They're probably down there, the Spenzias of the world. I think they're about 10th in Italy right about now. So shouts out to Juventus. If there's anyone you want from Juventus, this would probably be the prime time. Yes, they're not going to be totally mugged off for players, but if there was ever to be a prime time to attack Juventus for a footballer, yes, it probably is this January window. Even in the summer, they could have things, new investors, new owners. There's so many things could change between now and the summer. One other thing, though, which is strange, who is the person actually hiring and firing at Juventus right now? If everyone has walked out, I conclusively couldn't tell you this. So who would be the person having to make up their mind? If they was to receive an offer for Weston McKennie from Leeds United, like I know they already have, and if they received an offer, say, from Arsenal Football Club for Federico Chiesa, who is actually making the decisions at Juventus? Interesting stuff. But on that note, though, on these notes, I'm going to go into this news one more time. We know Dan Juma is about to drop down at Tottenham. I've always had a little liking for this guy. I've always known this guy has had potential ever since his Bournemouth days, and he has done well in Spain for Valencia. He scored 6 goals in last season's Champions League. Like, which Arsenal player can say they scored 6 goals in the Champions League? Like, I don't know. I don't even think Jesus done that at Man City before anyone starts checking on Google. I doubt he scored 6 in a single season in the Champions League. There was one season, I think, he actually did do well for City in the Champions League, actually. Maybe he has. Maybe Gabriel Jesus has. But that's what I'm saying. If it is, which other Arsenal player could say they've scored 6 goals in the Champions League? Do you know what I mean? So, definitely people, there's definitely signings out there. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so just to conclude this again, as far as I know it, Ivan Fashenda is still hotly tipped and poised to join Arsenal, but Borussia Dortmund, with the way they develop their kids, probably with a fast route to the first team, I reckon they'll nick it. But the problem is, apparently Borussia Dortmund want him immediately, and Real Valladolid want him back on loan. Martin Zubimendi, 23-year-old Real Sociedad midfielder. I've got zero to say about him. Let him go Barcelona. Safe. And Arsenal linked to Salcedo. If Chelsea bid, we know this one ain't happening. I'll just close that one down for everyone. I feel very sorry for Brighton, Mitoma, Salcedo. There's a lot of attention around their players, but do you know what? They've got to expect that. They're punching above their weight, and some of their players are doing fucking really well. Shouts out to the recruitment department, because I'm sure they'll go and find themselves another Mintona. Do you know what I mean? The only place they haven't been able to do this is their weak spot is up front. They've only got Welbecks and more players who actually went to Everton, which who probably won't play for another Premier League team ever again, I hope. Anyway, shouts out to Guendouzi. Rice, serious contender to join Arsenal. As I said, all that Real Madrid shit wasn't true. He's already kind of made it clear. He literally doesn't want to move out of London, let alone move out of the Premier League. So Real Madrid, never. Chelsea, Arsenal, most definitely. Someone told me before I come on the stream, he's already in advanced talks with Man United. I'm not so sure. Someone else has already said to me, though, Man United want to sign a couple of English players in the summer, one being Harry Kane. Interesting. So there's no way this Rice team is just going to be easy for Arsenal in the summer. Man United will bid. If Liverpool flop for Bellingham, they'll bid. But I reckon Liverpool have probably got Bellingham sorted out as well. It is an absolute year for midfielders, isn't it? Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea. Rice, possibly, well, definitely Chelsea, possibly Arsenal. But yeah, the transfer rumours and the merry-go-round will continue and continue. Who's this? Weston McKennie's dad hits back, claims he's not good enough to join Arsenal. Who put what? Wow. He actually replied, John McKenny replied, what are you smoking so I can get some? That's gangster. Tottenham continue to push for Pedro Porro. Yeah, on the Pedro Porro thing, Sporting have just been stubborn at Benfica. They've just told Chelsea straight there's a release clause. Tottenham straight. There's a release clause. It's 45 million euros, so that's about 40 million pounds. If you want him, it's 40 million pounds. If you don't want him, fuck off. I think in 5 years' time, we'll look back at the Brighton midfield too. They really had two unbelievable midfielders in their midfield. Most definitely, bruv. Like, you got me on something. I'd seen Bentoma a couple of times, but you got me proper looking at him over the last 2-3 games. I can't really lie, and I've been massively impressed. He's another one that won't be sticking around. So say they won't be sticking around. He said the nice thing via social media today. What's going on, Lundbergkamp? That he said on social media the nice thing for Brighton today. Like, yes, of course, my focus is just here, but we know he kind of wants to move. He wouldn't be opposed to working with Harry Potter at Chelsea again. But how long is Potter going to be at Chelsea? Real talk. Anthony to Newcastle, guys. Interesting. Some nice young English talent for them. And they're going to follow that up with a striker. Possibly. Not definitely. This Thuram of in Germany. They reckon Thuram still wants to move to the Premier League and Newcastle could still be the destination. But breaking news for Arsenal. Arsenal have allegedly, Lundbergkamp, this is for you because you've just jumped in. We have made some sort of loan offer with an option to take Federico Chiesa from Juventus. I'm sure if this is true, it will be closed down by the morning. Juventus ain't that broke where they're going to let someone out on loan, but I have heard an inquiry has most definitely been made. That's a little bit more like on the ambition level, isn't it? Like, I'm not saying Chiesa is a world beater, but at the end of the day, we've just got Nketiah. Would I sleep better tonight knowing that Chiesa's there alongside him? Fuck yes, would I? Do you know what I mean? Just like I'd have slept better. In fact, I wouldn't even wanted no other signings. I wouldn't have worried about Polish youths and Ivan Freshendas if we had just done the fucking proper thing and actually brought me Mykhailo Mudryk to the fucking Arsenal carpet like we should have done. That was the guy that I believe would have took us to the title. Hence the name of the video tonight is squad players enough. Like Ivan Fashenda, brilliant, but he's going to go back on loan to Real Valladolid, so it ain't like he's helping our squad this season. The Polish kid. We'll see if he's any good, because if he's good, he'll probably give him a debut against Man City. If he's already looking shaky in training, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? We'll see on Friday, innit? Let's see if he makes his Arsenal debut against Man City, against Haaland, innit? I'm sure you'll get pretty quickly get a feeling if we like this kid or not from Poland. You know, we're not going to judge him after one game, clearly. But if he's good, Gabriel has played all season. He's been ever present. Let's give him a go. Guys, please be liking the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. What do you think? Do you think the Polish kid, Jacob, could be in line for an Arsenal debut on Friday against Man City? What do you think of this breaking news about Arsenal's inquiry for Federico Chiesa? All I can tell you at this moment is Arsenal have offered to take him on loan, to pay his wages for the rest of the season, and to give them a reasonable loan fee. I'm pretty sure, if true, that will be closed down really quickly by Juventus in the morning. But don't be surprised if you do wake up tomorrow and you do start seeing Federico to Arsenal, and it could be a serious bid, and it could be this, and it could be that. Do I believe we could actually get anything like that close over the line in January? Absolutely not. But I have been told an inquiry has actually been made. So after the fuck up of Mykhailo Mudryk and then buying a couple of squad players, a squad player here, a squad player there, that means a Trossard here and a Polish kid there. It'd be nice if we kind of got anyone from the medium to top shelf to try and spearhead a league fight. Also, if there was any truth in Federico Chiesa, I would feel, but again, not definite, that Jesus won't be as ready in 5 weeks as a lot of Arsenal fans and social media reports are saying. Guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. It is the realist here. It's Danny AOC TV. I'm here to drop the real news, not that fake shit that everyone else wants to feed you and kind of blinding your ears. So again, please, I do stress, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. How's the hats looking today? They're looking fantastic. Ivan Fashenda, definitely one for the future. Well, definitely one for the future. Would I take him to Arsenal? Most definitely. I feel so sorry for this Malo Gusto. I really hope the boy has some kind of intelligence and fight in him to say, do you know what? I don't want to go Chelsea and just sit on the bench, because I have watched him a good few times, this Leon right back, and he is a fucking good prospect. He terrorizes people in France going forward, and he's actually quite a good defender. Chelsea have officially bid £20 million for him. It has been turned down, thankfully. But I'm sure they're going to go back with 25 million. I'm sure they'll go back by tomorrow afternoon with 25 million. You know, Chelsea don't hang around, Mikhail and Woodlap. But yeah, truthfully, if we can get Santander over the line, we will be done for this January. Sorry, let me see this comment. Interesting. So basically, we're saying Tierney goes. We're going to bring back Tavares, yeah. I still haven't seen Patino officially as extended, but I'm sure you're right. As for who else did you say? Lokonga, he's gone as far as I'm concerned. Tommy. Elneny, lovely guy. Balogun loaned out again. It's all right. It's Tavares keep. It's Tierney sold. It's Patino is extended. Lokonga's gone. Tommy stays. Elneny is a lovely guy, but Balogun loaned out again. Will Balogun have another loan again? And what do you mean, Elneny? We know Elneny's a lovely guy. So what does that mean? He's just a 4th or the 5th central midfielder? He is a lovely guy. and Turner's meant to be a lovely guy as well. He's meant to be a smashing character in the dressing room. But at 28, is he still going to sit there as a fucking number 2? I don't know. Don't actually care as long as he's ready if called upon. But Turner's meant to be a very nice guy as well, bro. It's funny enough, since we're talking about nice guys out here. Hazard's a nice guy. Right. Is it time to close, people? We are 56 minutes down. Please. Right there, strong. You want to see me? Do you want to see me, guys? You want to see me? It's like I'm hiding. I should put my pictures a bit lower, shouldn't I? I keep saying, sorry. I keep saying, because I lack of adverts, I'm going to change the actual whole scenario. So maybe my pictures will go lower down. Like I'm about 3'2". I don't know. I ain't the tallest, am I? So let's have it right. Maybe just get the pictures a bit lower. Make a lower scene. I need to see more of me because I am fucking beautiful. And click the like on the video for that. And subscribe if you're new because I'm fucking beautiful. And my blue eyes are peng. Oh, guys, but that's, I think, almost it because I'm not so. I'm actually dying to go and start having it. I'm going to start phoning contacts in Italy, like, seriously. Flavio, Porco. Good evening. What do you say, chef? Any truth on the Federico to Arsenal? I need to go speak to some Italians. Like, I always harass my Italians immediately. I've been hearing we're buying this Italian motherfucker. What do you think? Sometimes be like, no way, bastardo. He's not going to go to Arsenal. To do what at Arsenal? Now, obviously, these boys know Arsenal seems a bit more serious. Like, this one is linked to Arsenal. Huh? They're doing fucking good, huh? That there won't be again another January one because he's only just joined. And I'm not saying he played for his French team at the start of the season, but he's only just joined. Everton, I know they're not in a good position, but they're not going to be mugged at this moment. Like, which manager will they get in if they sell Gordon and Nana and they ain't even got any strikers already? And I still can't even remember the youth that looks like Lewis Hamilton. Why do I keep thinking Declan? With his 3-barrel blood clot name. What is his name, bruvs? Porco Dio, mi grande mi cazzo. You don't know it. Porco Dio, mi grande mi cazzo. I do have a grand cazzo. My cazzo is grand. Mi grande. Emile Smith Rowe sold. I can see this happening, bruvs. Sooner or later. Wolverhampton, West Ham. You want to fling down 45 million in splash cash? I actually can see it happening. Wesley Akers to be like, fuck off. You leave my fucking Islanders alone. Wesley Akers, you're going to come in the middle. Where the fuck you trying to sell Emile Smith Rowe for? You come. Let me tell you why, Lee. Because you ain't going to get into this team no more. Trossard's now going to end his life. Even though Trossard is 28, you still don't expect Emile Smith Rowe to hang around 4 seasons until Trossard has done whatever his intention or his thing is at Arsenal, because I don't get why Trossard signed for Arsenal. I don't get why Arsenal signed Trossard. But I'm still happy. We're still top of the league. League gunner's still a prick. So put a like on the video. You know what I mean? Porco. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What was I trying to call him? What did I say? Did I say Calvin or something? I said Declan. That was the Declan was for Dominic, innit? Bruvs, the Calvert-Lewin was coming. Gary Lewin. Gary Lewin. Do you miss Gary Lewin, bruvs? Do you miss him just being around, bruvs? Nursing people's legs back into action like Thierry Henry is, like giving it a good rub down, like excellent stuff. Guys, Mitoma, and never a guy that could be set to leave Brighton but won't be till the summer. Nicholas Jackson, he is in the Premier League. Bournemouth have signed him. Valencia striker Ivan Ndicka priced himself out of a move to the Premier League. Arsenal and Tottenham have now said thank you so much, but no thank you. Arsenal went as far as to sign a Polish kid I know nothing about, because they're so pissed off with Ivan Ndicka and his negotiating team. Gordon to Newcastle. Newcastle still trying to wrap up his striker, possibly Lilian Thuram's son. Federico Chiesa, 25 years old, Juventus striker. Inquiry made. Give me till tomorrow, guys. And the guys that are on the group, I'm going to go hunt this down now. So don't be surprised at midnight if I'm fucking blowing up the group with either it's true or it's false. So I will find out, and the real ones on the group will know. Shouts out to all the WhatsApp group people. Shouts out to the Twitter groups. Respect to all of you. And I'll put on the group anything I find out, as you always know, tonight. Nice and lively. So, guys, yes, linked with Martin Zubimendi. I reckon he'll piss off the Barcelona. Straight, no problem. Don't want you. I want Declan Rice. I want Moises Caicedo. Premier League talent. I was going to say proven. Rice is definitely proven. Salcedo, you can't really put proven. He's played like 15 Premier League games in his life. Is he one fuck of a talent? Is he a beast of a midfielder? Isn't hard to see. Isn't hard to see. He rips through players and rips through midfield in general. In fact, that's what he is. He's a little general. Martinelli, what's going on, man? Looks like he's playing on the blob. Do you know what, bro? Sometimes there is footballers out there similar to the great Musa Diaby that do have a bit of a period in them. For me, he looks tired, but then you could say Saka could be tired. I don't know, bruvs. I think this is why you need Mykhailo Mudryk. Do you know what I mean? Hey, we're going to keep coming back to Mykhailo Mudryk. You can't have the same front three for a title-winning season. I can almost guarantee this, bruvs. And we've took one of the three away, and we're putting Ketia in his place. Bruvs, these two, bruvs. Presently, we didn't have much to go in. Yes, we've got Trossard now. Is Trossard going to do some main magic that Emil Smith-Rowe couldn't? Possibly. Still, I'm massively underwhelmed by that signing. I don't know. He's a decent player. He's played in the Premier League. Does he push us to a title? Squad player. Squad players. And as for Martinelli, I honestly just think he needs to be taken out for a game or two. But at this present moment, bruvs, are you ballsy enough to take Martinelli out of the fray and just put Trossard in? What about this Friday against Man City? Would you give Martinelli a break? Because I actually think he just needs a game, but not a break as in then he's on the bench. I think he needs a game out, a week out. Give him a few days off. He needs a few days off, and he'll probably come back nice and recharged. But then every player might want to rest. I think he honestly just needs a few days off away from football and then come back a much better player. Not much better player, but a much more physically ready Gabriel Martinelli. He looks a bit drained for me, bros. I would love to see... If there's ever going to be a time you're going to get Trossard on the left wing, probably Friday. Do you know what I mean? He'll keep Starboy on because he doesn't want to get smashed at Man City and he doesn't want an embarrassing result. A bad result against Man City in the Cup, could it make us shake in the league? These bastard competitions now, I don't want them to come along and fuck with us. We're doing fine in the league. We're loving this adversity. Everyone against us. Mikel Arteta going nuts on the fucking touchline. I even like that. Do you know what I mean? So these cup games actually unsettle me now because if we were to get smashed at Main Road, why do I always call it Main? Fuck the that stadium. Let's call it Main Road. If we get smashed at Main Road 3-0, it's the next Premier League fixture I worry about after that, mentally for the players. Do you know what I mean? The Salibas, the Gabriels, the right back that we haven't got, or the two that we have that are both centre backs. This is what I worry about. And this is why I don't think on Friday we're going to serve up much of a weakened team. Could we risk the two new players we've brought in to give Gabriel, the defender, a much needed break? I think he could have been out of the game, been out of the shit for a game. Not that he hasn't been playing well. I just think he needs in general a rest. And I'd be very tempted to give Martinelli a rest against Man City and actually leave him at home, but he won't be ballsy enough to do that. Would Arsenal fans actually want us to do that? Even down to me, probably not. But I don't think Martinelli physically should be playing 90 minutes on Friday night. Bravs, I said this 2 weeks ago. A week ago at least. I guaranteed it, bravs. I guaranteed it a week ago. Honestly, I went into it one night over and over again. I just got told that Man United had literally already made a bid for him. Thus far, it's turned down. Harry Kane's very open to it. And personal terms won't be a problem. We're at 250 grand a week or something. Do you know what I mean? I said this about a week ago, bros. Honestly, where was you, y'all? Yeah, bros. I've already done that one, bros. I've done that one a week and a half ago, bros. Definitely. Before all the other fucking dickhead. That's why I don't believe why I don't get my shine, bros. You know what I mean? I put that well out there before any other. Mark Goldbridge wasn't even talking about it, the little prick. 2 days later, he was. Do you know what I mean? So there you go, innit? But no one put respect on my name. Don't worry about it. But yeah, bros, I knew that about a week ago, and I do believe it. And I don't want to piss off no Arsenal fan, but I do believe Man United are going to try for a couple of English guys in the summer, and I do believe Declan Rice is one of them as well. Whether they get him is another matter. I've been told Declan Rice doesn't even literally want to leave London, let alone leave the Premier League. So, but there could be worse places to live than Manchester, Declan. Who knows? Who? Oh, you fucking bastard. Javier Saviola. He was a really promising striker. Really promising. And he never lived up to it. But he was a fucking promising striker. There would have been a time years ago I thought Saviola should have joined Arsenal. Can't remember. Did he Barcelona, bros? I can't remember. Fuck off, you. I'm not in that. I'm so far in transfer world, yeah. I can't think. Fuck you. Good evening, Hazard. We were just cursing you. No, I'm so joking. We didn't mention you once. That was a joke. I'm hearing Sancho is in a relationship. I thought he was in a relationship, bros, in a wee dot shop. I don't know, bros. I honestly don't care. I just say be careful who you sign for Germany, and especially for a lot of money. And I'll always maintain that. I know we never signed Said Kolasinac for nothing. In fact, not a lot of money, for zero. But we gave him a massively good wage, 180 grand a week. And he literally was just Ozil's bodyguard for the whole 3-4 years he was here. I'm scared of a lot of people from Germany. Said Kolasinac was in the team of the year. Boo. He was shit in the Premier League, bros. Looked like one fat motherfucker. He looked like a weightlifter that was well too big to run. Like, I don't know, bros. His first 3-4 games again, he had that kind of. Well, he scored in a couple of them, so I think that always helps when you're left back. You come in and score a couple. You're like, fucking hell, have we got here? Fucking Roberto Carlos IV. And it was very much downhill after that. But I put Moussa Diaby in that I would shit myself if we signed him for significant money. I would shit myself if we signed Moussa Diaby. I don't trust massive players from Germany. I would risk the odd free transfer here and there, or squad player. But guys, have we just signed squad players then? Ivan Fashenda, if the deal is done from Real Valladolid, he'll be going back on loan there. So it's tough to call him a squad player at the moment because he's fucking off back to another team. Polish kid, Jakob. Old Jakob. Interesting to see if he makes his debut against Man City. Left-footed centre-back. We've needed one for a while. Gabriel can't physically play every game this season. If he's looked any good in training, and if Arteta likes him as much as we're all led to believe, I would imagine he should make his debut against Man City on Thursday. I don't think there'll be a load of changes. Martinelli needs a rest. I reckon Trossard gets his first 90 minutes against Man City on Friday as well. barring that, there won't be too many changes because the last thing Arsenal need is to get beat up at Man City 3-0 and then go and our league form starts pissing around. So we won't make loads of changes, but 2 changes. 2, I reckon, yeah. 2 at most. Whether it is the Polish kid, I'm not guaranteeing, but I'd expect to see him at least make his debut. And as I always say, my gangster, I'd at least expect the Polish kid to make his debut. If we're ballsy, I would make it from the start, and I'd probably put Trossard on the left wing. So my team thus far for Man City would be Ramsdale in goal. Ooh, is he going to play Turner? There could be 3 changes. Danny AFC TV remix. Right. Turner in goal. Tomiyasu at right back. He will give Ben that break now. Left back will be Zinchenko. Scotland won't play. Centre back. Saliba, the new kid. Jacob. Centre mid. Listen, if you've got any fucking faith in Emil Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira, will this be the game? They're not going to play, are they? This one's actually tough. Actually, not only tactically we do what we do, but to pick this team is quite difficult, isn't it? Number 1, we've got 2 more squad players. And number 2, I was going to say number 3. And number 2, we don't want to burn out some of the players that are doing fantastic. The Sakas, the Gabriel Martinelli, even the William Saliba. He's only 21, and this is his first league in a mad, hard, difficult country, England, the English Premier League. Guys, have any of you got any thoughts on that? Listen, let me crack into it. I suppose he hasn't served us a misjustice so far. So on that and that alone, I'm going to say Turner in goal. Right back, Tomiyasu, because Ben White was a cunt against Man United. Further to that, Tomiyasu come on the pitch and he was just as big a cunt. But one of them has to play. So yes, Tomiyasu. Left back, Zinchenko. We don't want to change too much. Trust me. Left centre back, the new kid, Jacob. Saliba partnering him. Centre mid, I'm afraid to say it has to be a Xhaka party or we'll fall apart. I'm going to come back to number 10 in a minute. Left wing, Trossard. Right wing, Starboy. Up front, Eddie. Number 10, give me a minute. Ødegaard or Emil Smith Rowe. 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 Emil Smith Rowe. I'm choosing Emil Smith Rowe. I think we have to see if this kid can serve us anything. If he's got the fight to actually fight for a place in this Arsenal team. Or should he, in fact, just fuck off to West Ham, Wolverhampton, or Aston Villa right now? So on that basis, here's my new rewind. Hey y'all, I'd like to say I'm back. I'm back in training. I'm training really hard, and I'm going to be in goal. I'll be the number 1 come Friday night. That's fucking Mr. Turner in goal. Mr. Turner to you motherfuckers. At right back, Tomiyasu. Left back, Zinny. Centre back, Poland. And Saliba. Centre midfield will crumble if it isn't the usual 2. But if one of them gets injured in the FA Cup, oh my God, you're going to get me losing my ball bags. But Granit Xhaka Thomas party is for me. Number 10, it is the Haylender. It's Emil Smith Rowe. Left wing, Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard. He's on the left wing. He's going to do his thing. Right wing, Starboy, Saka. Up front, the very famous, the one and only striker we have at the club, Eddie. On the bench, we shall have Ramsdale, Ben White. Let Gabriel stay at home. Put Holding there. Lecunga, Ødegaard, Martinelli, and Vieira. So that is my 11 plus 7. for Man City. Guys, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'm scared of making a lot of changes because if we get smashed 3-0, I shit myself about the league ahead and the league title race. And we've got to play them wankers twice in the league. So we don't want them getting too much from March or denting our confidence too much. That there, I do believe, is as key as anything else we do. Going out heroically 1-0 to a 90th minute penalty or something, yes, will piss me off, but it shouldn't break the souls of the player. Yes, you were defeated. It wasn't our actual 1-11, usual 1-11. So there will be a couple of changes, but I don't think we should make too many. Let me get into the comments. I'd not rotate, bro. We got 1 week rest between City and the Everton game. That's very true. But then, bros, when do you ever play Emil Smith Rowe? When is the Polish kid ever going to see football? That's Jacob, by the way. What about America's great fucking hope? What about America's #1 goalkeeper, y'all? What about fucking Turner, y'all? What about him, y'all? Have a heart for these motherfuckers, y'all. They're all in the squad, bro. They've all got to play some fucking minutes, y'all. Shit. What about Leonardo Trossard, bro? He's just signed from fucking Brighton, yo. Brighton Hove Albion. Give him a fucking minute, y'all. Give him a fucking game, y'all. Give him a start, motherfucker. What's up with you, dude? We can't be rolling over City. Yeah, we can't be going there playing a backup 11 and getting smashed 5-0 either. That's a definite. Ding, 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 Agent Hangini. I would play Turner. Turner. Turner, Tommy, the Pole. Oh, he's got exactly the same as... Oh, Rob Holding's in the team. COVID-19. Nakonga. Atham. Fucking hell. Vieira, Trossard, Emil Smith Rowe, and Nketiah. I like that team. It might get beat 2 or 3-0, but I do like that team. Turner, Tommy, the Pole, Holding. I'm not going to play Holding and the Pole. Holding is shaky at the best of times. The Polish guy, we don't want to ruin his confidence. Put him in with Saliba, bros. Yeah, put him in with Saliba. You don't want a debutant playing with Rob Holding. Fuck that shit. How many times did fucking Rob Holding get fucked over by Bellerin or Bellerin fucked over Rob Holding, vice versa? I'm sick of Rob Holding and seeing him in the Arsenal squad, bros. Fuck him. But I like it though. Apart from Rob Holding, Atham and Wari. I would most definitely like to see him on the bench. A game at the Etihad's probably a bit too quick for him. Even, I scream for the kids. I even said that's a bit too quick for him, bruvs. We gave him 30 seconds. He didn't touch the fucking ball. As if Emil Smith Rowe has a number 2, laugh out loud. Will Sharp. That's fantastic. Look back and always just bust my chest open live. Yeah, bros. And then our number 10 before that was fucking William fucking Gallas. He was a central fucking defender. Beat that motherfucker. We've fucked up with our number 10, didn't we? William Gallas. Did William Gallas... fuck me. Bang, 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 bang. More breaking news. The Polish kid asked for the number 2 shirt. And no, we told him, fuck you. That's actually Williams in the summer. William Saliba's. I did say William. That's actually William's shirt. So fantastic news on that front. We all know how much I love Saliba. So yes, Poland allegedly asked for the number 2 shirt, but he was very quickly closed down. So sorry, bros, that's gone to someone else. So yeah, bang. Saliba shall get his dream in the summer, and he will become Arsenal's number 2. That's as pretty much as official as that is. That's as conclusive. That's conclusive as that's ever going to be, because the Polish kid allegedly asked for it. So Saliba has got his wish, and he shall get. And Cinderella Saliba shall get his wish, and he will go to the ball wearing the number 2 shirt of Arsenal. Whether he signs a new fucking contract or not, I don't actually know at this second. Those reports of he had turned down a contract was a little bit well, it was a bit premature, like fucking Cam or Craig. It was a bit premature. But people say no news is good news, but apparently his agents and his representative haven't actually got back to Arsenal on Arsenal contract offer. Again, some people would say no news is good news. I say that shits the life out of me. I say that offer is probably not really the one, and they're probably penciling up what they believe is something more to what William Saliba deserves at the club. But again, who the fuck knows? So I will close with: have Arsenal made a move for Federico Chiesa of Juventus? We do know their whole board has been sacked. We do know they're thieving and cheating bastards. We do know they've been deducting 10 points in Serie A. And we do know that they've done this before because they got relegated to the bottom league in Italy. Teams that are just like this, then Barcelona that financially fuck around. Do you know what? I say fuck them. And I just hope the same sort of shit very soon does happen to Chelsea. I remember people told me, after Roman Abramovich, they're fucked. If he had to suddenly get bankrupt and go back to Russia now and this and that, they're fucked. They owe this, they owe that. They've got to pay people in Chelsea, village, Chelsea, that, Chelsea's assholes, fucking villages. Todd Bowley does not seem to be having a problem with it at the moment. In fact, he seems to be going even more into overdrive, even more than Roman Abramovich did. Let's see how trigger happy he is on sacking people as well, because I doubt he's a pussy in that department either. You don't have that much money and say, hey, motherfucker, I'll fire. Listen, one more bad result, y'all, and I'll fucking fire your ass. I don't care if we're playing Leonardo or fucking Manchester United. You lose, you go home, bro. Don't even report to training tomorrow. Just go home, y'all. I'll advance you your shit. Go home. Fuck off. Fuck y'all. That's the way that motherfucker's going to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? But guys, please, please, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. It does look like money is left in the bank, in the tank for at least one more signing. It could be Ivan Fashenda. Could Arsenal just shelve that totally and throw a loan fee at Juventus to try and do something for Federico Chiesa? Keep your eyes poised and pointed towards my Twitter and of course my channel, because I will go and look at this. I got told this news very, very late before I came on. The guy knows his football, so I'm definitely not ruling nothing out at this moment. I'm definitely not going to say nothing's true, but the guy's good, innit? Do you know what I mean? He's on this shit like me, and he's like, Dan, allegedly you're fuckers, because he doesn't support Arsenal, by the way. He went, allegedly your bastards are in Italy and you're talking to them. So I've kind of remixed that to, we've made an inquiry, but I doubt we're in Italy. But according to a very good close source of mine, a good friend, apparently we've spoken to Juventus at length over the last couple of days regarding Federico Chiesa. Very early to say if it's true or not. There is only about 9-10 days left in the window. So again, we shall see. There's no way we'd have money for a permanent move for this guy. I don't see where it would benefit Juventus getting him off the wages even for 6 months. But then again, Atletico did it with Joao Felix. So maybe stranger things have actually happened. Remember, Felix is fucked off for 6 months for whatever reason. Maybe just this guy's got to go for 6 months. Maybe Allegri won't be the manager by the time he comes back. Maybe there'll be a whole shake-up and a revamp at Juventus. So maybe it's something that could actually work both ways, because all I'm going to say at this moment is there's probably no smoke without fire. But I'm not totally believing that we've made a bid for him as of yet. But I have been told an inquiry has been made and we're pushing for something with Federico Chiesa of Juventus. If we got that over the line, I would say what a successful January. And fuck me, let's go out there now and win the league. We've got Trossard, we've even got a Polish kid as a backup, Chiesa, and possibly even a right back, because Arsenal definitely need a right back. We actually haven't got a right back at the club. Tommy is a centre back, Ben White's a centre back. The sooner we address it, the actual much better. But it looks like we're going down the very young route, as in an 18-year-old. So it won't be someone that's going to be playing in our first team for the next couple of years, I would imagine. The next 18 months, he could be loaned back very easily to Real Valladolid. It will be in his contract that he has to go back at least for the first 6 months. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was extended to a year and a half. But guys, I would like to thank everyone who has joined the stream. Emil Smith Rowe, our number 10. Wilshere, our number 10. Gallas, our number 10. But Wilshere and Rienke aren't carnated. Shouts out to Julian Bergkamp. Shouts out to Yui, to Hanyumi, to Hazard. Coming to say one thing, my brother. It's because of my first comment. We've just been talking about you. I think Hazard's gone back to the start of the stream, innit? I'm joking, Hazard. No one said a word. Fucking hell. There's my half 10 or whatever, half 11. Blow my nose syndrome. Fucking steady. Could Rice be an Arsenal player come this summer? Would be nice thinking. Could Salcedo be in the mix? Brighton have shut down everything for January, but again, no smoke without fire. A bid is incoming from Chelsea, whether Brighton like it or not. Let's see how ballsy they are to refuse it if it's something around the 65, 68 million pound mark. But Chelsea are going to line up a bid, and they will bid for him. They're going to see what happens with Enzo Fernandez at Benfica, and then they're trying to move on. Unbelievably, they're not even going to be done there. They're following that up with Marlo Gusto of Lyon, and then possibly Moise Salcedo of... that will be 10, 11 signings this January. All good players, man. Even Badiashile from Monaco, he's a good talent. Fuck you, Chelsea. But guys, hopefully, well, this season they're not our problem, innit? Next season, trust me, whoever's in charge, Chelsea are a problem, innit? They're going to have far too many good players not to be a problem. And I say we've got to go win this league because, again, this is going to sound fucked up. We're not going to be fucking 5 points clear this kind come next season. Man City are going to be stronger again. I don't know how, but they'll start buying people in the summer if they lose the league to Arsenal. Rafael Leao's, all sorts will start coming in. Neymar, possibly. Stranger things have happened. Man United, they're already good under this Ten Hag. Yes, we beat them. Add a Declan Rice and a Harry Kane to that, because that's what they're screaming out for. A striker and 1 or 2 central midfielders. That Man United team, add a couple of defenders as well. They're now challenging for titles year in, year out. Year in, year out. So, guys, don't be fooled. Everyone is getting stronger around us right now as we're speaking. Deals could be going on for people right now for the summer already. Harry Kane, Declan Rice, Man United. They're definitely interested in it. There is going to be a 3-horse race. But everything I've been told about Tilda is this motherfucker doesn't even want to move out of the Premier League. This motherfucker don't even want to move out of London. So we shall see on that one. Arsenal are allegedly his preferred destination. He supports Chelsea. But Man United are going to make serious offers for him in the summer. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please, if you're going to like some of the video. Hold on, apparently Brighton slapped £100 million price tag on Salcedo. I've heard this as well. He won't leave for £100 million. They bought him for 3.9, and he's got 2.5 years left on his contract. They're not getting 100 mil. If they sell him right now to a desperate Chelsea, they might get 90, 95. Chelsea are going to do over 100 mil. They want to do it for Enzo Fernandez, bros. If they want 90, 95 mil, they could probably do it this January. Come the summer with 2 years left on his contract, like Declan Rice, he's now back down to 65, 75 million pounds, bros. He's got that's factual. He's got 2.5 years on his contract, bros. It is the, what would Sky say? What would Darmish say? It is the it's the prime time to sell him with 2 years. What's that word? You come. That one. It's the fucking correct time to sell him, Hazard. Yeah. You wouldn't give Turner a go? What about a Polish kid, bro? You signed someone for 20 million. You wouldn't give him a quick debut? What about Trossard? What about Party Hard? What about Trossard? You want to give him a shot? All I will say is I wouldn't want to change too much and we get beat up, and then that sort of fucks up our momentum. That there is officially what I would not do. We have got just under 2 minutes left of the stream, guys. Please, please, please hit the likes on the video. Shouts out to Hazard, to Lumberkamp, to Yui, to Hanyumi, to Linda, to Juma, to, I don't know, who else has been here? To Yui! All the real ones, though, on the channel. Please get a massive big like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. It is Man City on Friday. Yeah, and again, I suppose you can't be making wholesale changes, not because it's just Man City. Man City won't make any changes. Man City will go straight with their full-blooded 1 to 11. The only reason they'll make a couple of changes is because this season, for one... Is that higher or lower now? Fuck me, what am I up to? For this season, for whatever reason, Pep hasn't had his most settled 1 to 11 at Man City. It's kind of been inconsistent, whether it's a Kanji coming in at the back or this guy or Aki playing. I don't know. It doesn't seem as settled as always, and it's telling in some results. Maximum swap is Trossard for Martinelli, but the rest stay the same. Turner, you don't think you'd risk pissing off Turner? Huh. Will we beat City? They went out the League Cup, bruvs. Southampton, and they like to win every tournament. All I'm going to say is they're definitely putting out their first 11 against us, and they're going for it. They're going to win. Arteta is actually more turning into a rival of our Guardiola's than I think Guardiola even imagined would happen at Arsenal. He probably thought one day, but do you know what I mean? I don't know. He's had three and a half years. I don't know. He's had time now, ain't he? But I don't think Guardiola is necessarily scared of what Arteta has to offer. But in saying that, we're top. Psychologically, we could hurt them with a win. Really badly hurt them. Where it kind of fucks their momentum in the league title race. Where it fucks their momentum when they've got to play us home and away. It's mad. This game is bigger than we all know because, yeah, like the team that loses have to think about their lives carefully. If Man City lose, they know shit. They've dumped us out the cup. They're ahead of us in the league. Fuck. And they have made us a couple of squad signings in the squad player signings in January. If Arsenal was to lose, would it fuck up our momentum in the league title? And then we've got to play them home and away. Like if they gave us a good 2-3-4-0 beating, could it diffuse what we're doing and then shit the lives out of the club by the time we have to play them home and away? In that sense, I wouldn't change much on UE, I suppose. Would I even now change Ramsdale for Turner? Fuck it. Goalkeepers don't do that much running. Fuck them. Make them go on the pitch. I don't know. A draw. Does it go to a replay? Yes, but I do think that this is the last season of all this replay shit. It does this season, bros, but I do believe as of next year, I don't know, no one knows yet, but there'll be no more two-legged semi-finals in the League Cup like there is this season as of next year, I do believe. Certain things will change again. I don't know, the upstairs little pricks are talking about rules and dangerous amounts of games for players, etc. And yeah, the semi-final of the League Cup won't be two-legged no more. And I definitely doubt there'll be replay. So I'd say they'll go to extra time, probably penalties straight on the day now. Because to avoid all this replay and too many games. Yeah, bros. Maybe draw sensible, bring them back. I was going to say, what did you say? Fuck Turner. I was going to say, I had no idea what you said, so I was going to just leave it, bro. I was like, what did you say there? Are you reading out your numbers, your car registration plate? Like, I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. But what about the centre back? You wouldn't play the £20 million man either, no? No, bro. Fuck Turner. You move the keeper out. I feel upset. Your back line. Truly. So what about the Polish kid? Just before I do close, have you got any time for playing Jacob at centre back? I know Man City is a risk, but it's an FA Cup game. Do you want to risk him in an FA Cup game? Can Gabriel play every single game this season? Bro, he's literally, as far as I remember, Gabriel's played every game, no? Like even the FA Cup games and probably Europa League games. It's like him and Xhaka have always got the short straw because he won't go into certain games without left-footed people being on the team, bro. Serious shit, bros. Serious shit. No, play the same team. I do get why you're saying that 100%, bros. Because, yeah, you definitely want to get beat up badly. If you're going to drop Martinelli, I'll drop a couple of other people, but I see why you're saying that. He does look tired. Who'd you play at right back, Hazard? Would you play Benny Boy again, yeah? Because I'd be tempted to put in Tommy after what Benny served up in the first 45 minutes. But in saying that, we all know what Tommy served up for us in the second 45 minutes. And for me, they were both as bad as each other. So I've been saying it for a while, though. We haven't got a right back at the club, and both of them, for me, are centre-backs. So I've always said we have to afford, at some point, a right back. And when I say afford, because that's an Arsenal way of doing it, we have to afford ourselves a right back. Because we officially have none. Do you know what I mean? Tommy was never really a right back. He played some games at right back. And as far as I know, Ben White, did he ever play right back before he reached Arsenal? I'm not sure. He might have played the right in a front three on the right-hand side. Yes. Don't remember Ben White being a right back before. Would you risk him? Hardly knows the system. Can't be throwing him in yet, Danny. I hear that. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry. It's like I'm playing on my balls here. I'm just putting myself back in position. Sorry. We need Dumfries. Dumfries is a good player. We do need an agile right back, bros. I would like us to see us have one defensive right back, a Ben White or a Tommy, and then one that pings down as well for other games. Do you know what I mean? Football is now clearly a squad game, and Arsenal didn't seem to realise that. But I think we've obviously woke up. Being in a title race has woken us up to actually go out there. Bros, if we had been 4th, 5th, or 6th, we'd have signed no one this January. We signed only in the summer. So we need a bigger squad. And Champions League next season, we need a bigger squad. So I think we're half trying to fix that in January with the signings of perhaps Freshender, Jacob, and Leonardo Trossard. Ryan Shudder's normal. He was terrible. Maybe he's tired, bruvs. Maybe he didn't necessarily want to go to the World Cup, hence why he left early. He doesn't really like football, does he, bruvs? And he definitely didn't want to be at the World Cup if he ain't going to play. Funny how that never come out as well. I think he just didn't want to be there. Bruvs, the guy don't like football, innit? So I don't think he wanted to be there. He doesn't. What do you think Ben White? Do you think Ben White wanted to sit on the bench for England watching the games? He doesn't like football, bruvs. He left. He got bored and left, didn't it? Simple as he got bored and went home from a World Cup, bro. But everyone was saying Ben White should be in the squad. I bet the day it got fucking released that he was going, I bet he was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Babe, you know we're cancelling that fucking holiday to fucking Jamaica. I'm only in the fucking England squad. Fuck's sakes. If he swears, of course. I bet. Ooh, that's so strong. Ouch. I bet Ben White was pissed when he was fucking playing that England squad. He looked great for you, Tommy. What? Oh, second one. Fucking hell, we watched a different game. Probably we watched a different game. Fuck that shit. Ben White had a nightmare, and Tommy was a full 1. Like, if Ben got 1 out of 10, Tommy got a 3 for me. Like, Tommy was a 3 out of 10. If I gave him 3.5, bruvs, I'm giving him a bit too much, bruvs. They were both as bad as each other, bruvs. Very interesting. We need Dumfries. I'd rather someone closer to home. Dumfries, I like. I like the way he gets forward, bruvs. I like the way he assists goals, like you see, scoring a goal and assisting a couple in one game for Holland at the World Cup, which is madly impressive for a right back. What was it? In one game, a goal and 2 assists. Holland won 3-1 or something. Defensively, I think he could terrorise in the Premier League. But he's never played in the Premier League. It's hard to really say that about Denzel. I love what he does going forward. And he's a reasonably good defender as well. I just don't know if he's a reasonably good enough defender to come to the Premier League. It would also be expensive. I say go down the young route, Freshender, or possibly Marlo Gusto. I like Marlo, but he's going to go Chelsea anyway. Bollocks. Rashford only had 1 clear chance when Tommy came in. Rashford didn't play as well in the second half. Don't know. Tommy looked shaky to me, bros. Not as bad as I said. All right, bros. All right. I give Ben a 1 out of 10 for his first half efforts. I give Tommy nothing more than a 4. You're not getting more than a 4 out of me, bros. He's got 4. That's it. I got 4 on him. Woo! Because that's all he fucking deserved. I got 4 on Tommy. Woo! Just bad. Thought I dropped that out. He's got 4 out of 10, bros. That's it. Done. Ryan shut off, bro. That's the first poor half he's had all the season. Yeah, I was just saying more for a break, bros. I would say I'd play Tommy just because Tommy could probably do with a 90 minutes and a good test against Man City. I wouldn't play Scotland at left back, though. I wouldn't go that far. I'd keep Zinni the same. I'd keep Saliba centre back. I wouldn't want to put Rob Holding at centre back, cup or no cup. But I would give the Polish guy a run out. But on these bombshells, guys, I'm going to say good night, au revoir. I will be in the building on Friday night. nice and hyped because it will be FA Cup night. So I'll be on my way. I'll be on a jolly one on Friday night, guys. So please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'll catch you for the watch along on Friday. Excuse me. To be fair, Tommy, realistically play on Friday though. You're right. Yeah, I reckon he's got to play. Number one, as a warning shot to Ben White as well. Yo, you're not the only right back at the club. Don't be serving me up performances like that. As of this moment, we are cool and we drop everything, but don't be doing that to me again. Have a rest this FA Cup game. Danny pod on Thursday. Why not? Why not? Why not? We can do that. Why not? Yeah, we can most definitely do a pod. 7s and 8s, them kind of times, bruv. Because, yeah, I'll start doing my thing for my channel about 9 p.m. But on that note, guys, I'm getting out. Shouts out to Hazard and All Gunners podcast. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please be getting a big, massive like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Shouts out to Luca, to Hazard, to Hanyumi, to UE, to Lumberkamp, to Hussein Juma, to Linda, to all of the real ones. Shouts out to Tyler, to Big Ted, Kamala, everyone, old and new. Big shouts out to all my subscribers. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. I'm going to get out of here. Yep, 8 is cool, no problem. Good night to everyone. I'm now going to start looking up Federico Chiesa and how true this is, and if it is going to start going on to gossip columns now. Let me see if I was the first one to break this, but let me see if I can find this anywhere out there. I've not heard it from no one. I've heard this from one individual gorilla. So let me go and chase this Federico Chiesa news. I'll report to the group in a half an hour. Guys, peace out, God bless, and good night. Hazard, Kamala throwback. You don't know. Shouts out to all the real. Shouts out to Blazer, Rodney the Plonker. He was actually coming to say good evening tonight. Rodders, he put a pony, yeah. Fuck off. Let's not start singing. Guys, good night. Catch you tomorrow 10 p.m. I've got to start dropping daily downloads. Guys, I've got to stop being so lazy. I'm putting more work into the channel on it. I've got to start. Because what was the one I had today? And then it suddenly got out there. What did I have today? I said it at the start of the stream. Oh, God, I've forgotten. I can't remember. Someone else told me something today. It weren't nothing to do with Arsenal. Didn't believe it. And then suddenly about an hour and a half later, I see it on Sky Sports News, like breaking news. I was like, oh, shit. Fuck, I should be doing lives and just dropping this and being first on even other news. So, do you know what? I'm going to actively pull my finger out. But, guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. I've got to find a wire for my picture tomorrow as well. I fucking don't like not having my light on. So, Arby's, I'm going to off the lights, Arby's, and good night. Have a good, peaceful sleep in the village. Good night, people. I'll catch you at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Bye.